Hi, I'm Alix, Paultre, editor-at-large with electronic design and microwaves and RF. I'm here for the Things event, so it's microwaves and RF is our primary, but I'm here, you're the important one, Suman Thapa, you're here with Murata. Now, I'm glad to have you here. What I'm really pleased is that Murata's back at the show. You know, you were out for a while and now you're back at the show showing all kinds of cool stuff. Tell us a little bit about being at the show, how you like it.
Yeah, it's very good to be back. So honestly, Murata is with the Things Industries and the Things Conference from the beginning, from the inception. And the last time I was here, it was back in 2020. But for the 2 years, I think we could not make it here due to several reasons. But it's really good to be back in this great show, one of the greatest in LPWA. And we already have very cool visitors. We already made different partners, some interested customer also. So it's always fun to be here, and I always like it.
Well, you know, some shows are, and this show was earlier. There's a lot, you know, when you have new technologies, there's a lot of promise.
Mm-hmm.
But the show has really evolved into a solutions show. I mean, you got these walls of, they're covered with real solutions. They're not 3D printed packages. They're real products. You know, they're not prototypes, and they're available for sale. Like your products. So you've come here. You've got a nice set of new products. Why don't you walk us through some of the stuff you have here at the show?
Yeah, I truly agree with you, because previously there were lots of like a chipset supplier, end device maker, module maker, but now today we can see there are many solution makers also. So many companies who are working on software, who are making a complete package, collaborating with different hardware device and software and adding their added value. It's great to see this kind of fusion with everyone. And this is also evidence that LoRaWAN is rapidly growing in all IoT sector, not only in one vertical. LoRaWAN is growing in all the IoT sector. And this also brings lots of opportunities for a company like Murata. And we are also exploring not only supplying module, but we are also collaborating with the different partners so that they can also add their value, and then we can provide a complete solution which can simplify the life of a IoT and device maker eventually.
It's all about the solution.
Yeah, solution.
So but like I said, I was curious what you had here as far as product. I noticed you have it's low power wide area modules. Tell us about these a little bit.
Actually, this one I will define it as the world's smallest LoRaWAN module.
Really?
Yes. So far, this is a 10 by 8 millimeter. So this is a tiniest module, very compact in design. The reason I told it this is the smallest because it already has a microcontroller plus RF chipset inside it. And it already contains all the matching circuit, timing devices, everything is there already. So all you have to do is just connect some external peripherals plus some antenna, and you don't need to go through different procurement process. And then since all the components that you need to make an end device are already there, it means you can design a very tiny device with the help of this module. So this will greatly solve the nightmares of an end device makers.
Very cool. Now, here we go. We have another device here, the LoRa module for global connectivity. What do we have here?
So this one is our new module. We call it Type 2 GT, and this one is based on the third generation chipset from Semtech, which is LR1121. So with this module, you can use the LoRa connectivity in ISM sub-gigahertz band, or you can use the LoRa connectivity in 2.4 gigahertz. With 2.4 gigahertz, it means you will have the same LoRa band all over the world. And additionally, this module also support S-band connectivity for connecting the module or device to the satellite. So everything inside the small compact package.
And that's the beautiful thing about a lot of these new solutions is the high level of integration.
Yep.
It's really getting amazing. So here we go. One more here. This is a LoRa chipset.
Yes. And this one is called Type 1LL, and this one is a beast. The reason why I call it
larger.
This is a larger, and plus this one features multiple radio like STM32WB. So from this STM32WB, there is a BLE communication. Plus there is LR1110 chipset, which means you can have a low power GNSS scanner, Wi-Fi scanner, and additionally we have also integrated a hardware-based GNSS. It means it's a beast. With this, there are lots of possibilities that you can do. You can use it for the asset tracking, and even asset tracker, they need to be very compact and small. They need to be hidden somewhere else. And with this kind of 17 by 17.5 integration compact size, then you can design a very tiny device. On top of it, what we do as an extra value is we try to get all the regulatory certification. If we try to make actually there is a two way for an end device maker to make their device. One is they adopt the module. It's like you want to drive a car. You just go to a car showroom, you buy your car, and you just purchase some additional accessories. You register your number plate, and there you have it. It's the same like this approach. Another is discrete. So it's a compared to car. It's like you want a car, you go somewhere, you buy a steering wheel, you buy wheel, you buy everything. You do assembly by yourself. There is no guarantee it will work, and then you certify. That is discrete design. But through Murata, we try to simplify their journey. We do all the certification by ourselves. We help them to reduce their time to market.
Well, it's all about getting the solution out fast enough to be useful, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Now, I noticed you guys, some of these other pieces here. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that? I noticed there's a battery clip back here, and there's a module sitting right there. What do we got here?
So actually, this one is an evaluation kit for this Type 1 double.
So that's this device.
Exactly. So this module is already here. So this one is very much handy when it comes to evaluation of this module. So what will happen if we don't sell this EBK? So the customer, they need to purchase the module. They need to do the prototyping, designing everything by themselves. If they are not convinced, then they need to drop their idea. Then they need to purchase another module, do the prototyping by themselves again and again. But thanks to this kind of evaluation kit, they don't start with the module. They first purchase the evaluation kit, they try, they play around with this EBK. If they are convinced, then they can purchase module, and then they can copy paste the design we do in this EBK. So this will simplify their hardware development.
Yeah, but it's nice to be able to do that. It's simple. If you go through that prototyping and development effort, why not be able to just port that right over?
Yeah.
So now I noticed that these two are connected here. So you got you got this board connected. I don't recognize this device. Which one is this?
So actually, this is the Type 1 WL module. The
evaluation that's this
kit.
one.
Yes.
Okay, so
this one.
This one is here. Yeah. Okay, I see it there.
Okay. And this one is the antenna for the LoRa part, and this one is for the 2.4 gigahertz. This particular one is the SIP GNSS antenna. This is connected to.
So this is a separate antenna then.
Exactly.
Okay, the GNSS.
Yes.
There you go. So that you got well. In today's multimodal, multispectral, multi-protocol world, you have to be multilingual.
Yeah, of course.
But it's really wild. So when you think about it, can you give me some of the challenges that the service provider, the solutions provider, some of their challenges when they're trying to address what the customer needs?
Okay. So firstly, if I talk about this kind of, let's say, multilingual or multi-protocol device, so the challenge is here we are talking about co-locating different technology together, BLE, LoRa, everything together. What will happen is if we co-locate them, then it will be very tough to the regulatory certification. Murata, we have a dedicated team for regulatory certification. They are spread all over the world. So what we do is when we do this kind of integration, first thing we make sure is we do all the regulatory certification so that our customer, they do not need to face this kind of situation. That is why we try to solve the problem. First, we put the problem of the customer in our front, and then we try to make solution based on that problems.
So now, that means, well, you always have to talk to the customer.
Yeah.
How much of it is a conversation where you have to educate them on how to best implement your solutions, and how much is it solving their issues because they don't have a complete grasp on the application? I mean, how much of it is education, and how much of it is troubleshooting, and how much of it is deployment?
Actually, I think this is a very good question. So first thing, when we introduce something to our customer, the first thing we need to do is we need to provide lots of information on our product, because some of the customer, they already know our product, then it's easy. But in many cases, we need to educate to them our solution plus the technology, everything. What we try to do is we also try to create lots of collateral so that it's self-explanatory. And then apart from that also, there are many customers who get back to us in this kind of troubleshooting. But in Murata, what we do is we have lots of field application engineer. They are also spread all around the world. And this kind of application engineer, they are expert in IoT. So whenever we have this kind of troubleshooting, then we connect our application engineer to the customer, and then sometimes we need to do lots of hand holding. For sure we are ready for that because they are our valued partner, and we solve the issue.
Well, it's all about solving the problem.
Yeah.
So now, having said all of that, um, what about going forward, right? You're back aggressively in this space. You're creating these solutions.
Yeah.
Are you going to expand your footprint deep in the vertical? Where are you going with this? Do you know offhand?
So in Murata, we are always talking about the horizontal market. Plus, additionally, we are also targeting some vertical market. So with this kind of product like what Type 1SJ or Type 2 GT or 1WL, we are addressing the horizontal market. But now we are also thinking about if we should expand the market because now we have a satellite topic. This is a kind of uptrend, and many satellite operator, they are jumping in this market. Previously, it was kind of imaginary, but thanks to many satellite operator, they are coming in this LoRa. Now it has become real. So we are also thinking about addressing this kind of satellite market. And for sure, in LoRaWAN, asset tracker or asset tracking vertical is one of the highly demanding market. So we are also targeting this kind of asset tracking verticals. So for sure, the main area for us will be the horizontal market and this kind of additional vertical market.
Got it. So, having said all of that, do you have any final thoughts or comments or tips you want to give our audience on this?
Yes. So recently in Murata, we have expanded our module lineup. So we have almost module lineup for almost the chipset from Semtech, and we have a new module. I will not say new module, but recently we have released this Type 1SA module to our distributor, and we have launched it to the mass market. So it means anyone from anywhere with any quantity, they can purchase this module, and then they can play out with our modules, so that they can simplify their end device journey and then help themselves to reduce the time to the market, reduce their engineering cost and effort, and launch their product to the market easily.
That's the name of the game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Suman, thank you so much. I
Thank you,
appreciate you
Suman.
taking the time to be with us today, especially at this busy show.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
Pleasure's mine to have you here.